guess what? It's my birthday! Well, not really. I'm recording this ahead of time, but by the time you see it, it will be my birthday. So I really hope nothing terrible and sad happens the day of. Last year was rough, so I figured I'd do something fun and make a video about my top 10 favorite video game characters. But, just to spare you the mundanity of repetition, I'm limiting myself to one character per series. This ought to be good. Number 10. I'm very lucky that I don't know what being in debt is like, but if I ever get curious, I can always play Reciteer. Yeah, number 10 is Reset. Isn't she cute? She lives without a care in the world. How nice. Oh wait, shit, her dad is possibly dead? He left a mountain of debt behind. Oh no, what could she do? Oh, I know, work super hard as a shopkeeper with the help of Tyr, and claw her way out of debt in only 5 weeks. I mean, damn, you go, girl. Reset is kind of dumb, join the club, right? But she makes the best of a bad situation and stays positive. She easily makes friends with just about every person she meets and helps out anyone she can. And I've put about 200 hours into the game and I made a lot of picks, so I think she's pretty rich by now. Nice. Number 9. I've always enjoyed the Arkham series. Even before I got a 360 to play the games on, I was super into gameplay videos of Asylum and Arkham City. I watched them like I was marathoning a TV show. It was a time before every single gameplay video had commentary, and it was great, just saying. I know I'm part of the problem. Anyway, I know someone will say that a character from the Arkham series doesn't count because they all started as comic book characters, but I don't read comics and this is my list, so, you know. Cease. Initially I thought of one of the villains, maybe Riddler or Scarecrow, but then I realized, no, there's someone who kicks way more ass than any villain. Someone fucking awesome. Aaron Cash. This guy. I can't even believe how badass he is. His hand got eaten by a crocodile man, and you know what he did? He continued to work at the asylum where he lost his hand, and he replaced it with a friggin' hook. He doesn't even seem bothered by it. He survived a crazy takeover of the asylum, and then he went to work as a guard for doctors in Arkham City, which may as well be an active war zone. He got kidnapped. He was in mortal danger a bunch of times. So what does he do next? He goes back to being a cop and stays in Gotham when Scarecrow was threatening to fear nuke the city. And he fucking survived all of that. Every time he shows up, I'm just like, hell yeah, Cash, keep being awesome. He takes no shit from anyone, and he just rules, man. End of story. Number 8. You guys probably could have seen an Animal Crossing character coming. I mean, I was once named after it before the Great Reawakening. There are many characters I like, more that I hate, but the one I'll always enjoy visiting is Katrina. And yes, I know you can basically replace her with a phone, but that's not what matters here. Katrina is interesting. She'll reveal your fortune, which is actually your current luck status, and she's right about it. She gives legitimately good advice. Get this thing, and you'll be lucky. That's pretty useful. Sure, her prices have gone up over the years, but, you know, inflation is a thing, and she's paying for a permanent spot in town where you can visit every day. Also, this happens, and it's rad. The line she says in New Leaf, bad times are just times that are bad, it's a stupid saying, but I love it, 'cause a bad day doesn't last forever. But Katrina's words of wisdom will. Number 7. Yeah, I don't have a lead-in for this. Gary from EEB. Picture this. You're a little girl lost in what appears to be the alternate dimension of an art gallery that is super haunted and dangerous. You come across this dude named Gary. Suddenly, this whole horror adventure is worth it because Gary is a certifiable best guy. Yeah, I don't know why RPG Maker was killing it with awesome indie horror games a few years back, but the results of that involve Gary existing, so I don't care. He's kind of a scaredy cat, but he also makes it his duty to help out EEB and get them both out of this fucking nightmare hellscape. What the fuck is that? If you get a certain ending, he will literally die for her. I actually replayed the whole game just to get the end where he and EEB remember each other because I love him that much. He does perplex me a bit though, like what is going on with his hair, and will somebody get him a coat that isn't shredded to hell, please? Regardless, Gary is the one thing that convinced me to get through the whole game. EEB would definitely not be the same without him. Number 6. Portal and Portal 2 are fun games, motion sickness aside, but they don't exactly have a lot of characters to latch onto. No, the companion cube doesn't count, even if it is a really nice looking cube with a great shade of pink. Picking between GLaDOS and Wheatley was hard. On one hand, GLaDOS is hilarious, and on the other hand, Wheatley is also hilarious, and has a cool accent. It's close, but Wheatley wins for me. It's actually amazing how much emotion a single eye can express. He's incredibly likable from the start, and spoilers, even after he becomes evil, he's still likable. I feel a certain amount of sympathy for him too. He spends most of the game trying to prove he's not stupid, even though he was created that way. I can relate to that. Like, a lot. And he was put at a disadvantage from the start. He was told a lie so he'd never leave his rail, he was built to have terrible ideas, yet he was meant to watch over like 1,000 humans. And despite his lack of intelligence, he does help Chell find her way through Aperture, at least at the start. And now he's in space, where he will remain forever because of memes involving the number 3, and because Valve is content with running their online marketplace into the ground. And also TF2 hats, I guess. Number 5. So, Undertale is a really good game. Lots of good characters, right? I know some of y'all are probably thinking, Sans, it's Sans, she totally picked Sans. Well, you're wrong. Mostly, because I was gonna pick Sans, but then I remembered. My dude Napstablook. Like, I've got a t-shirt with him on it. So relatable, too. Pretending to get hurt when you fight him just to be polite, lying down and feeling like garbage after eating a lot, feeling disconnected from his loved ones, probably depressed. That rad hat? Best ghost. Best ghost. After I saw him for the first time, I assumed that'd be it, but he comes back and really makes you feel for him. He's interested in music, he can apparently astral project, he runs a snail farm, which is something. Also, he's adorable and easy to draw, which I'm a huge fan of. So make sure to visit him next time you play Undertale. Unless you're doing a genocide run. You monster. Number 4. I can only pick one Danganronpa character, huh? Yeah, that's fine. Gundam Tanaka, the guy who lives and dies by his aesthetic. He's such a friggin' drama queen, and it's hilarious. You can't just act like you're some kind of evil demonic entity when you're hiding hamsters in your scarf. Although, speaking of the scarf, that outfit is 10 out of fucking 10 officially good shit. The hairdo's a bit but I am a sucker for completely unnecessary bandages. Best part is when he hides behind his scarf when he blushes, which is ridiculously adorable. Sonya knows what's good. Soda didn't stand a chance. And I know if you've played the game, you're probably gonna call me out for liking him because of a spoiler, but I give no fucks. He's great. Too bad I can't see more of him since I'm not watching the anime out of spite. Yeah, that's still going on. Spite has a really long shelf life. Number 3. So I ended up finishing Hollow Knight after that unfortunate file loss. I love it, but it's incredibly depressing. Hollow Nest has such a somber atmosphere, it's full of zombies, and the few sentient creatures you encounter are unfriendly, useless, or end up dying. But there was one bug person who brought a smile to my face every time I saw him. Quirrell. He's just a nice guy who's exploring the ruins for a reason he doesn't remember, and you just run into him every now and then. But his positive attitude is a breath of fresh air. The deeper I got into the game, the sadder it made me feel. Some characters turn out to be dicks, and you feel like you can't trust anyone. But Quirrell, that guy is the most legit dude ever. You'll find him just chilling on a bench somewhere a mile underground, and he'll be happy to see you. He's a great conversationalist too, which is good because this game caught the silent protagonist bug. Quirrell really made the game a better experience for me, even though the way his story ended made me super sad too. Why is this game so sad? You're the best, Quirrell. Number 2. I haven't played much of the Bayonetta series. I got the first one on PC, I didn't play the second one because, well, who the fuck owns a Wii U? And when I finally get a Switch with my shopper's points, I'll be awaiting the third game anxiously. If you haven't guessed yet, number 2 is Bayonetta herself. Because she is everything I wish I could be. I mean, I'm getting there, I've got the glasses and a lot of hair, I just need some guns and magic powers, and I'm good to go, man. Gonna go fight some angels or something equally ridiculous. She's just so unbelievably cool. She'll walk down the street and see, well, whatever the hell that is, and say, neat, get out of my way. She'll take on any fight and win. You do not mess with her. She has guns in her shoes. And I've been meaning to say this for, what time is it? Years now. Anybody who has a problem with Bayonetta because they think she's too sexualized can suck it. Yeah, she's sexy and she kicks ass. Deal with it. Number 1. Not even gonna front, it's Professor Layton. I love this guy. Although I've come to realize that he's kind of anime Indiana Jones. Think about it, archaeology professor who never teaches class, constantly going on adventures with various sidekicks, has a sick hat. But something I find fascinating is how kind and polite Layton is, you know, all that gentleman stuff. Like, he'll help out just about anyone who asks him to solve a mystery and is super nice about it. And you'd never know it, but he's seen some shit. His eyes are completely black for a reason. Every time part of his backstory is revealed, it's always about some hardship he had to suffer through. No spoilers, though. But I swear, one day I'm gonna have to make a video deep diving into the game's stories because I could honestly talk about this forever. Layton doesn't even let the crazy shit he gets up to in the games faze him. He'll have a sword fight with a vampire and escape a castle as it falls down around him, and the next day he's just drinking tea with his apprentice, never to mention what happened ever again. This is the norm for him. Love Layton, love his puzzles, true facts, list over. Gonna be honest, making this list was kind of hard because I actually haven't played through many game series with great characters, and I agreed with myself after much debate that I should not include dating sim characters. But anyway, it's good to be back in my usual spot, and I think you can expect to see me more regularly now that I'm done with school, so if you want to see what's next, subscribe, and the next video will be posted soon. I promise. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.